What's going on, guys? Groot1 here, and I have a few things I want to talk about in this video. First thing I want to start off with is that I'm sorry for not uploading my mic for some reason. Like, it picks up the sound, but like I can have my mic all the way on 10, which is basically like would be screaming, and it's like barely picking it up, like where it would be all the way in the red on my audio bar. It's not even pushing like a quarter of green, so I'm trying to fix that right now. And then the other thing I need to talk to you about is if you guys want to see PC gaming, I definitely want to build a really good computer because, it'd be really nice to do PC gaming and to have a solid PC that's not gonna quit, so I can have a box mic and I can have better editing software. And if I do get a GTX, I want to get either a 780 or a 980, somewhere in there, so I can have shadow play, so that way I can get a free screen recorder basically, and that would be audio too. We need to grow the channel. I've set it for 500 subscribers is when I'm going to build my PC, so that way I have time to make money and it's not a waste of money, because I wouldn't really use it outside of school because I don't really game that much on computer. So and then this is also going to be my tattoo video. People have been asking me about getting a tattoo because I am young for getting a tattoo. I'm only 16. But getting a tattoo isn't that scary. I mean, it depends on your pain tolerance. Like, the only like comparable pain I can put it to that like you could do without harming yourself a lot is taking a dull pencil and sticking it wherever you want to get your tattoo and pushing down pretty hard and twisting, and it'll start to feel like almost a burn. And that's what getting a tattoo feels like. I mean, it's an annoying, nagging, burning feeling. And in some areas, like right here on mine, so like the bottom of the pocket watch on mine was like, I wanted to die. It hurt. And then that bird hurt a lot. And then other than that, everything was just kind of, I don't want to say easy, but you just get in a comfortable position. I mean, if you're getting it on your forearm, just let them put your forearm where it is. And then I honestly just laid like this the whole time, and that was my comfortable position. I could have fallen asleep if it wasn't so loud. But and then stretching your ears. I mean, honestly, stretching my ears from their first size to my second size was worse than getting a tattoo. That hurt the worst out of anything. And I am up to 8s right now. So I'm at quite big size for how short time it's taken me, because I put weight on it and try to, make them stretch a little quicker. So that's it for getting a tattoo. But if you're thinking about getting a tattoo, don't be stupid and like take all these. Don't take like anything that's gonna thin your blood before. I mean, honestly, if it was that bad, nobody would get them. I mean, don't be drunk. Don't do any of that stupid crap, because it is. It's stupid crap. You don't want. It's just gonna make it worse. You're gonna bleed more. It's gonna be harder for the artist. You're gonna scar more, and it might make your whole tattoo look worse. So don't do any of that. Just stay calm. And honestly, for me, looking at what they were doing helped with the pain. Like, it made it hurt less, I thought, because when I closed my eyes, it hurt more because you focus on it more. So I just listened to music and knocked it out, and I still have one more session for touch-ups and stuff. But other than that, I mean, this is pretty much done. It's gonna be, I liked it, honestly, because the pain, I only remember it because, I don't know why, I just kind of remember it, but other than that, it didn't, like, after the first, 5 minutes, you kind of get used to the pain, kind of, and it's just pain. And then, so, couple of my friends wanted me to do another Q&A because they said stuff has changed since my last one. So they wanted me to do another one. They said I didn't include all their questions because my friends literally just sent me a whole list of questions and I screenshotted it and I'll go through it again. I'll try to skip the ones, but if I repeat some, I'm sorry. Some of the answers might have even changed, so I might repeat them, but it's going to be a different answer. So, let me get my big brick up here. Where do I live? I still live in Fort Dodge. Why do I do YouTube? I already answered that one. What are my hobbies? I like to fish. I like playing video games, watching YouTube. Like, I have been in bed since 9 o'clock this morning watching Sunday videos, and it is 3:15 right now, so I have no life outside of my Xbox. Who is in your family? Well, I am the baby. I have a brother who is turning 29. What's today? Today's the 5th. He turns 29 in 9 days. So, and he's the next up for me. And then I have my sister who's 31. Her name is Megan. My brother's name is Matthew. My sister's 31. Her name is Megan. And then my sister Mackenzie is 33. And then my mom is considerably old for having a 16-year-old kid. She's going to be turning 60. And then my dad, who, me and my siblings don't share a dad. We just share a mom. And then my dad, who just turned 40 on the 26th of, no, he turned 42 on the 46th of June. My dad was born on the 26th of June. I was born on the 6th of June. So that's pretty cool. What do I use to record my videos? Right now, nothing. Right now I'm using an iPhone 6. But on Xbox, I use an Elgato. An Elgato. And then, how long does it take to create and edit my videos? Well, what I do is I record for like an hour, and then I chop it down into like a 20-minute video, and then I watch and re-watch that video to be sure it's good. So for one 20-minute video, it probably takes about 3 times watching it. Once when it's an hour, so hour, 20, about an hour and 40 minutes of just watching it, and then about 10 minutes of editing it. So about 2 hours for a 20-minute video. What do I enjoy making videos of most? I probably like vlogs the best. I like vlogging because it feels more interactive, and I don't have to stare at a computer screen and try to play games and talk at the same time, because then there's not so much awkward silence unless I'm thinking. What is the funniest thing to happen to you this year or in your life in general? Funniest thing that's ever happened in my life was actually when I was like 11 and I was hanging out with my friend Kyle and we were eating ramen and I forget what happened. It was, I have really bad allergies and we were eating outside and like a gust of wind picked up and he had a bunch of like weeds beside his house and it kicked up and it got in my nose and made me sneeze while I was eating ramen. I sneezed out a ramen noodle and it was just kind of hanging there. It was disgusting and funny and we were all laughing. But like in this year, the funniest thing that happened to me is nothing funny has really happened to me. I've done what? Hold on. I've done what now? Funniest thing that's happened to me was actually yesterday. We were kayaking, and there's 2 rapids in this whole thing that we kayak. It's down the river, and we were kayaking, and I got through the rapids just fine. You know, I was so nervous about that. Got through the second one just fine, and then it came time to get out. I got right up against the shore. I was probably this far from the shore, just enough room to step out. And for some reason, I stood up, just straight up, and went to step out, and the whole kayak just went whoom, and threw me into the water. And I even said, like, going through the rapids, I was like, oh, I made it through that, now I'm going to fall out right before we get out, joking. And then, like, I literally fell, like, this far from shore, and it was disgusting and gross. So, are you gay? No. That was from my best friend. Thanks. What is your favorite game console? Or console game? I'll do both. My favorite game console is my Xbox One, which is right there. My baby. I love my Xbox One. I love Xbox One. I love Xbox in general. Microsoft products are amazing, except for phones. I like Apple. I love Apple so much. I have an Apple sticker on my Microsoft controller. So, but favorite console game. I'm gonna do two things on this. My favorite console game title is Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty, but my favorite console game is Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker, definitely, and that's made by Nintendo. I want to get Wii U just for that game. Like, I will spend $300 on that game. That is my childhood game. I have probably beat it 6 or 7 times. So, definitely Zelda Wind Waker. What's your worst console game? Console game that I dislike. I don't really have any on Xbox One that I dislike. Sorry, this is going to be an awkward silence because I have to think of a game that I don't like. And I'm a huge gamer, so that's kind of hard. A console game especially. Rayman Legends, and that is on Xbox One. I hate that game. It's such a little kid game. I got it for free with my Xbox, so I can't really complain. Most embarrassing thing to happen to you. In 5th grade, I ripped my pants in the middle of a football game. So that was amazing. Most stupid thing I've ever done. Where do I start? I've done a lot of stupid stuff. One of them actually resulted in an injury, which was actually my first broken bone, and it was probably climbing. We were rock climbing beside the river in Humboldt, which is where I used to live, and we were probably about 15 feet in the air, and my buddy Ryan was above me, and I put my hand up on a rock, and he stepped on my wrist, and the rock fell, so I fell back, and I flipped and tried to catch myself in my left arm, and I landed, and I felt it pop, and I got up, and my wrist was like permanently stuck, like farther back than this, like my middle finger was probably touching right here, and yeah, it was disgusting. And I had to ride my bike into town because we were probably about a quarter of a mile outside of town, and then I had to ride my bike home and wait for my parents to get home because it was like in the middle of the day and they were at work, and I had to wait till they got home to go to the hospital. I got to the hospital and it was busy, so they made me wait. And then in the middle of about to be getting my wrist reset, there was a car accident, so the doctor had to leave to go help somebody else, came back, reset my wrist, realized he reset it wrong, popped it back out, and then set it right. And then I didn't get a cast for like another week because they thought it was just out of joint when it was really like one of the worst fractures ever. And I didn't even do x-rays when I got there. So a week later I was getting x-rays done, and they were like, oh, well, you're pretty fucked up. Let's send you over to the place where you go get cast instead of us resetting your wrist twice. Best trick ever played on somebody. I have to think about this one. I've done a lot of stupid tricks on people. Probably, and this was an accidental trick. It was when I was really little, and I used to wake up in the morning, take off my diaper, and go downstairs with my sister. And I went up to the top of the stairs, took my diaper off, went downstairs to get my diaper changed by my sister, and she was out downstairs. So, and I said my siblings are considerably older than me. So she walked back up the stairs, and my diaper, which was wet, was sitting at the top of the stairs, and she slipped, and fell backwards down the stairs, and broke her ankle. So, best accidental trick ever played. Are you a Barbie girl in a Barbie world? No. Would you ever jump out of a window? Yes. Yeah, I would. Would you read this question out 100 times? No. Can you watch Nyan Cat for 3 hours? I've never even watched Nyan Cat. Can you say the alphabet backwards? Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R. No, I can't. So, that's all the questions I have, it looks like. Yeah, that's all the questions I have. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about in this? Tattoo, why I haven't been recording, Q&A, getting a new computer. Oh, I'm going to be doing a lot of vlogs for the fact of not having a mic right now. So I'm going to be doing a lot of vlogs. I'm going to be going to... I go to a Yankees game the 17th. Am I right? Okay. And then I go to Washington, D.C. the 21st we leave. 22nd, 21st, somewhere around there we leave. And then I'm going to be vlogging at band camp. So, a lot of vlogs. And I'm going to try to make a vlog once or twice a week with challenges, stupid stuff like that. Just running around town. So, thank you guys so much for stopping. Please tell your friends to come subscribe so that way we can get it to the point where I'm comfortable with building a new computer, and maybe I'll even get somebody to be able to fund my computer to a certain point if we get subscriber milestones. So please send your friends over, tell them to send their friends, help out the channel so that way we can get it going as best as it can get. Thank you guys so much for stopping and understanding why I'm not uploading gaming videos right now. But thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.